October 8th, the best police car ride ever. Justin, a Wisconsin couple, had sex in the back of a police cruiser. An encounter that was a cop stopped heard when the woman began to moan loudly while her legs were touching the ceiling of the police car. According to a criminal complaint, Heather Baston, 29, and Travis Husnick, 33, taken into custody were by the Oconto County Sheriff's Department after their car was spotted drifting into oncoming traffic. This happened on August 3rd. During questioning, Heather, who was driving, and Travis admitted they had been drinking. A deputy noted that there were 2 open cans of beer on the car's floorboard, and that Travis been indicated one belonged to him and the other to Heather. Travis, who was on probation, was handcuffed and placed in the back seat of a police cruiser. I was soon joined there by Heather, who was driving without a license and had a used syringe in her purse. That reportedly Heather said she used to shoot up meth with it while subsequently transporting the suspects. A deputy observed Travis land with Heather in the backseat. The cop then saw Heather's legs go up touching the ceiling and began to moan, heard her loudly. The deputy stopped the cruiser, opened the rear door, and saw Travis on to of having sexual intercourse. Heather, the complaint does not indicate whether the lovebirds were handcuffed. Husnick's pants and underwear around where his ankles and Baston's shorts were hiked up, which allowed the deputy to see both of their privates, the complaint notes.
This is an eastern red cedar transplant that we put in the soil in May. The weather was good, and for a couple of weeks we got adequate moisture and time for this tree to get established. It now went through a dry period in July and August, and we had virtually no losses in the field. We like a heavy transplant when we're starting out in the springtime because a heavy transplant can withstand dry weather should it occur after planting. The eastern red cedar is easy to grow, and it grows in a wide range of soils. This is an area where we planted white pine. These were also 9 to 12 inches, and now at the end of the summer they are about 15 to 18 inches tall. We did not lose any trees in this field for transplanting, and we attribute that to the fact that we had the trees in time. They were large enough to have some reserves to last through any part of the dry season that we had this year. We sell a lot of these seedlings. We sell all kinds of seedlings. So if you need seedlings or transplants, give us a call. But we do not recommend seedlings be placed directly into the field or into your landscape. We like to grow seedlings in pots and grow them up. And after they're grown up, then they make great candidates for being put out into the field. We like to have a high success rate when we plant because we don't want to have to go through the field and replace things that die. And if you're going to use a heavy transplant into your field or your landscape. This tray contains some small arborvitaes called Forever Goldie. They are well developed upstairs, but the root system wasn't well developed, so we decided we would just take these and grow these out in 1-gallon pots, and so that we could get a better root system on them before we put them out into the field. It may take a little longer to get the trees into the field, but a better established tree that you plant in the field will perform better than a weak tree that's stressed out on initial planting. These are green giants that we grew from small cuttings. We grew these in pots, and now they're about 2 to 3 foot tall, and we're going to plant these out into the field with our tree planter. Our tree planter can plant, if all conditions are good, between 3 to 4,000 trees in a day with a 4-man crew. The planter puts them in a nice long straight row, which makes the mowing and care for the trees easy. We will have to go over these trees, as some of them will need to be tamped into the ground and some will need to be staked. We sell arborvitaes in seedlings, rooted cuttings, small pots such as these 2 to 3 foot high. We sell them all the way up to 18 to 20 foot tall. We are located in Fountainville, PA, near Doylestown.
Alright, we're out in the field. We just planted some of the trees with the tree planter. As you notice, when the trees are going through, not all of them are exactly straight, or not all the roots are covered, so we go through and we take our feet, if we can, sometimes we have to use our hands a little bit, and straighten them, and make sure that there's plenty of dirt around the roots so they don't dry out, and then we just tamp them down just a little bit to make sure that they are stable and secure in the ground.
Okay, after you do this, what's your next step?
Well, it depends on what it is, but we probably have to put irrigation to this since we don't have enough water in the field. It's very dry. So we'll have to put some irrigation on it. Netafin.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike.
If you have any questions, you can call us about trees and shrubs at Highland Hill Farm. We're on Route 313 in Fountainville, PA. Our telephone number